All right, Darrell Martin, welcome back to another interview. Thanks for calling.
Hey, what's going on, Kevin? How you doing?
What's up, bro? I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, how are you? I'm great.
Sweet. Thanks for coming back, man. As you know, a lot of these things coming up in the industry, a lot of the developments at Apex, and
Yeah.
congrats on the $500 million payout, dude. That's huge. Half a
Yeah.
billion with a B.
With the B. Yeah, we're very excited about that.
Right. All right, cool. Well, let's just jump into the interview because I'm sure people are have some questions with the things going on right now. So the
Yeah.
first one is going to be about the hot topic, which is the no more eval status. So I think back in September, Apex had this before, and then now recently, the past week, they sent it back out again. The reason is for to evaluate people to go to live. If they're trading well, they're following good risk management, then they have an opportunity to scale up with a live account in Apex, right?
Yeah, of course. So we moved quite a bit of people live. Not enough. So we need to move a lot more. Back in September, we had one developer. So and now we have 15 developers. So things are starting to move faster.
Okay.
And also just with the regulation, it's becoming a big deal to move people to live. And so we're having to get on top of that train. And we don't want people paying for valuations that they can't move to live,
Right.
right? Because if we move you to live and you're still in the middle of evaluation, then that's a problem. So to
Yeah.
make sure people aren't spending money that isn't going to be worth them spending, then
Yeah.
while we're putting them in that evaluation status, and we may evaluate and decide to put them back.
Right.
So I think we had 300 people that we just in the past week that we put back to where they did by evaluations because we're
Yeah.
like,
I,
okay, we're ready to go to live yet.
yeah, I
So
saw that. I think that was a great move because like there are people who are saying that like they never got a payout or they had like less than 100 counts total, maybe like three PAs or whatever.
it doesn't matter how many payouts you got or how many accounts you have. It matters what your equity curve looks like. So if
Exactly.
you have a good equity curve, and the money can be in there, you're not withdrawing it. Well, you're just a smart trader. So you're letting your balance get, with a buffer. So it's not about number of payouts and number of accounts. So it's about equity curves.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, this person looks like they would be a good fit for live. So, and we want to move as many people to live as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing too because like I mean if they're doing well, the goal eventually is to go live. I mean, that's where you can make daily payouts. There's no rules, no consistency. It's you can literally sky's the limit, dude, right?
You can literally withdraw every day in the amount you want to. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, that is the goal. Some people, some people don't want to move to live or whatever reason, but I mean, you're only gonna get so many payouts in sim. You got to move to live, and once you're consistent, we're gonna move you to live. So
Yeah. I think the people who were really upset, I guess they just felt discouraged because they see people getting all these big payouts, six figures, seven figures on social media, and they're
yeah,
like, I only got maybe 5,000, or I have three PAs, 10 PAs with a big balance, but I took nothing out. So I think they just felt a little discouraged. But at the same
no
time,
reason to be discouraged. I mean, going to live is literally it's moving you up a level. So and you can withdraw every day. You don't have to wait for every 8 days or only so much or anything like that.
right,
So
exactly.
it's looking at it backwards, I guess, because literally your goal is to become a live trader.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean that we're capping your payouts. If anything, live trader is the opposite. It's like pull out as much as you want as often as you want.
right. People were seen as a punishment, but it's really not. I mean,
Yeah,
if
and that's just so backwards to me. Like, why would being live be a punishment? So, no, live is a good thing. That's sort of what your goal is: become a self-efficient live trader.
yeah,
So,
if you want to make the Apex Stream $1 million, $2 million, go live, man. You can make 5 million, right? You can make 10 if you do well enough in live accounts.
there's no limit, and when you can withdraw as often as you want to.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be discouraged by going live. I mean, if anything, that's encouragement. It's like, yeah, I
yeah,
can withdraw every single day.
right.
You know?
Yeah, and I think Apex is also great too because like if you get offer live, you can move over a huge, significant balance in your sim accounts, right?
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean, you could withdraw half and move half, or you can
yeah,
move all of it, or whatever you want to do.
yeah, because a lot of prop firms right now they're capping you out at like maybe like 100K or 80K, 50K, whatever it is, and then you go live, and you go live with one account which has like a $5,000 drawdown. What's the point of that, right? Versus like Apex, you can move over six figures, you have a big account, big drawdown. So I think
Yeah.
that's a great thing to do. But one thing people were concerned about was this thing called lifetime ban on the evals. Yeah. So they think they're banned for lifetime, but we talked about this, right? And that is completely like it's a misunderstanding, right?
No, it literally says lifetime because that's like the membership setting. It had to have a date in there, and so we just made it a flat date because people are like, "Oh, my banned for 2 years." I'm like, you're not banned. It's just no more evals while we're looking at evaluating you for live. Once the evaluation's done, and like I said, we put like 300 people back and saying, "Hey, they're not ready for live yet." So we're moving back, and I mean, we're looking at every account to move them either live or back to sim.
Right.
So it's just until we get your account reviewed. So and right now we're working on automating that process, but that's gonna be done when it's done, as fast as we can get it done. But right now it's a manual process, and we have a couple thousand traders we got to go through, so that takes a little bit of time. And
Yeah.
it's only a couple thousand. I mean, it's like you're talking about less than like a percent, almost less than half of 1% of our traders
Yeah.
that we're looking at right now. So it's not like we're moving like some massive amount of people. I mean, this would be like any other company moving over like 15 people. It's just they're so small and that nobody notices. We're
Right.
big enough that if we like send out an email to 1,000 people, everybody goes, "Ah!" And it's like, do you understand? There's like hundreds of thousands of people that didn't get it, you know.
I know.
So it's like relax.
Yeah.
So we're
I mean,
just
Apex has like, I think the last time I checked, the account numbers were up to like 250 grand. Probably have more than that now, right? In terms of,
250,000 accounts. Oh, we have over 250,000 active accounts. Yeah.
wow. Yeah. So, I mean, 1% of that is literally 2,000. So, I mean, it's 1%. It's like people think they're you moving like half your traders, which is not true. So,
Yeah. It's just they're looking, they see a lot because we have a lot. I mean, we're bigger than all the other companies combined. We pay
exactly.
out more than all the other companies combined. So, just because you see, 50 people post on Facebook or Discord or something, I mean, that's nothing. I mean, that may be a big amount for other companies, but it's not for us.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, 500 million in payouts, okay? 500 milli. That's a lot.
Now, 85 million of that literally in the past 3 months.
Yeah.
So people are like, "Oh, they're looking for any excuse they can to deny pay." I was like, "We're paying out $85 million in three. Obviously, we're not looking to deny payouts. I mean, we pay out $1 million to this guy, $2 million to this guy.
Yeah.
We do payouts like crazy, and we move people back. I mean, you know yourself. You were on eval van.
Yeah. By the way,
You
guys,
know,
I was a moderator in Apex Discord. I'm also an affiliate of Apex. I've been an affiliate since day one, by the way. I've you everyone who knows me as an Apex guy, a supporter of Apex, and even I got put on it. So they're not this
you
good.
didn't get special treatment. People have special treatment. You didn't get special treatment. You
No,
know,
do I waited 7 months to get off. I submitted a ticket. I explained my case, and I just went patient. Of course, I was discouraged, maybe like a little bit for no communication, but at the end of the day, I got back in, which is fine. So, and now I'm back to 20 PAs. I'm happy. And so people got to calm down. You got to calm down, guys. Like, you're not bad for a lifetime. My membership says 2 years when I had that no more eval status. I got back in like 6, 7 months. So it's possible, it's realistic, and it's going to happen.
and just chill out. Like you have to do risk management as a trader. We have to do risk management as a company to make sure we can do payouts. So when we see that somebody looks like they're a good candidate for live, that means we need to move them over. And we haven't done the greatest job of that, and we're working on doing a better job of moving people to live. So, and now that we have the tech team in place to do that, we're building out the live department. We're building out the prop, department, everything else, and just one more leg of Apex and one more department of Apex that we're making happen. So it's a
Right.
natural transition for us, and it's something that we've been a little behind the ball on, and we're getting on top.
Yeah.
And so people are freaking out because we're getting on top of it. It's like, well, we're mitigating our risk. We're basically helping ensure the future of payouts for other traders. And we're moving people live to be, not only to help out traders and mitigate risk, but also to be in compliance with what the CME is looking for.
Right. Exactly. So just to clarify one last time for everyone, this lifetime status is not they're banned for a lifetime. It's just the software saying you're subscribed for a lifetime, pretty much, right? That you have access.
Right. Yeah. Until they go in and hit the button to turn it off. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, again, guys, I was a senior moderator. I if there's anyone who was close to Apex without being at Apex, it was me, and I got on the list. So, you know, we don't get special treatment. Affiliates don't get any special privileges. We're like everyone else. So Apex is not ghosting you guys. They have over 250,000 people trading actively. So gotta calm down. All right.
It can take a minute. So
Yeah. Okay,
as we
cool.
get the automated tools done, stuff will get done faster and faster and faster. So
Yeah. So I think the next thing we talk about is live accounts. So I watched a recent interview with John, he went over a couple things. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think he was saying that like so going forward, Apex might do payout caps. So talk about that a little bit on sim
Um, we
on
we
sim.
make. I mean, obviously, we're looking at always being the biggest on payouts and everything else. We've done that forever. But we're we'll get not just like some little soft like, oh, you made $5,000, move you over. Like we're going to look at somebody and make sure that they're ready for live, and then move them over. But I mean, the cap will be like, hey, let's get you over at live now, where there's no cap.
Right,
So it's not a cap on what you can make. It's just you're only going to pay out so much in sim. And so I mean, right now we pay out people $1 million, $2 million in sim, so it's not like it's a big deal.
right,
Uh, so it's not something I think most people need to even worry about.
yeah. So
If you're doing that, you're doing very well, and then you're being moved to live, so you're not having a problem. Unless you decide to cash out, which a lot of people do. So,
yeah. So right now there's a lot of FUD being spread around on Twitter and on social media about
oh
Apex.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, like they're saying like just because now you want to go live, now they're gonna get rid of 20 accounts. But they've been saying that for years, right? I literally remember
There's people that say we're here to 20 accounts for literally 3 years
yeah,
now. So yeah, it's sort of funny.
yeah,
Like, people spread rumors all the time. It's all these chicken littles. There's a lot of the guys out there looking just for clickbait, and that's the biggest thing people fall for. Is they fall for the clickbait.
right,
So it's like they'll make some video trying to mock this or say how horrible this is or how bad this is. Or I mean, they've been doing that forever. We paid out $500 million now. We're still going. So obviously, the clickbait and all the fear mongering is just that. And you have to look past it and look at the bottom line. And what is the bottom line? What's being paid out? A lot of money is being paid out, and it's continuing being paid out.
right,
So I mean, that's what matters, and not what the chicken little say of the world, but what actually is on the payouts.
right. And also like again, like we said last time, the people who are loudest on social media are the ones getting denied. So they're always gonna be the ones posting and
Of
complaining.
course.
Like people who like are getting payouts, they're either quiet or they're just keeping trading to themselves, right? They're not posting every win they have. But when you put the losers, they post everything and they complain about everything. They're loud about it. They're just trying to spread FUD about Apex, which is
Well, and it's just follow the rules. They're not that hard. They're pretty common sense.
yeah,
So
exactly.
don't lose more than 30% on a single trade. Like really? I mean, you shouldn't lose more than 2% on a single trade. So
Yeah,
30% is pretty generous.
yeah,
So, you know.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the live prop department that I think John mentioned before as well. So
Yeah.
what's the current status of this department and like what's the current onboarding time of live traders? How's the build out going of their staff? And talk about that.
We're working with we got two brokerages already. We're working on getting another brokerage on. We're trying to streamline the paperwork process. Right now it takes a week to a month to get somebody on. We want to make it where it's like a day or two. And we're just literally onboarding like instantly, constantly. So that'll be done as soon as it's done. I don't want to give a false number, pretend like it's easy. It's a big process.
Yeah,
So some people have been doing it longer, so they have it down. We're getting it done. So
right.
we're putting it into place.
Okay. And if could you share maybe just your ideal timeline for the rest of the year for this department build out?
Next 30 to 90 days is what we're shooting for.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fast actually. So I think one more thing that people were also being a little upset about was the fact that so they can buy evals again. So they got quote unquote banned on I think it was Wednesday, and then Thursday they got back in, and now they say, "Oh, I gotta fill out these 5 days of trading history, blah blah." I'm like, dude, just do it, right? I mean, like it is what it
Yeah,
is.
we're doing good risk management. We're verifying, that people are trading their own accounts, that they're not doing automated trading, that they're not having somebody else trade their account.
Yeah,
That they're the trader. And you'd be surprised how many people like are very afraid of somebody seeing that they're doing their own trades.
yeah,
So we don't need every single little detail of a strategy. I hear the fake stuff like we're trying to get their strategy so we can go do it. Or like, really, come on.
yeah.
You know,
That's hilarious.
so it's like, get over yourself. But
Yeah,
you don't have the world's best secret. But we're just verifying traders are traders, and that they actually have a plan and they're not just trading from gut, because we want to see people with solid plans before we put live money behind them.
right. It's like, do any firm where you're gonna get paid on money, like all the big brokerages, whatever, they have KYC, know your customer, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so it's fine that Apex wants to know your trader. Let's call it KYT, know your
there you
trader.
go. Yeah,
So
it's not a big deal. And again, we're talking about literally like a handful of people.
yeah,
We're not talking about a large percentage of people.
Yeah. And I read
So, and it's not a bad thing. Like we see it, we turn them on. They're good to go.
Yeah, the emails, I read
So
it. It's easy. All you got to do is just explain your trades, like explain your rules, explain why you put a loss here, a stop loss, or take profit here, explain your indicators. Basically, just explain
yeah,
how you're trading.
just
Like,
explain that you are a trader,
yeah, and that
you
no
know,
one
an
is cheating you.
actual strategic trader. You know, that's all we're looking for.
Right. So,
And that's so we can, you know, look at moving them to live again, you know. So
yeah. So people were asking, do they have to do this over the next 5 consecutive days or just 5 trading days whenever they find a trade that they
it
can?
doesn't have to be consecutive. So I mean, just the next 5 days that they trade.
Right. Okay. Yeah. 'Cause people were tripping out. They're like, what if I don't find a trade today? Do I got to force a trade? No, dude, just
That would be the exact opposite of what you want you to do. So he
exactly.
wants you to do it for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason is not because we're wanting a like footing this over the next 5 days that you trade.
Yeah. So I think it's a very fair ask. I mean, it's totally understandable that Apex wants to know the traders. I mean, you're the one paying them out. So,
Yeah, I think people forget that it's like money coming out of our pocket that we're paying it out, you know, and that we have a responsibility to all of our customers to do, you know, quality assurance, risk management. So
exactly. Like, I think like the true culprit are the ones who keep churning and burning their accounts, the ones who keep spraying and praying, trying to get a payout.
right, exactly. Yeah, and that's the ones that we're looking to, you know, weed through.
All right. Okay. So once they submit the 5 days, what happens? Do they just submit it? They wait for a risk manager or staff to get back to them, and
Yeah,
then
and they'll get back to them, you know, within a decent time. So they just submit it whenever they're asked, and then they'll, you know, I mean, they can ship, then they'll, you know, do their normal thing. I mean, the risk manager's going to look over it. There's
right.
nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah. And then, I had people ask me this. They said, "Hey, what if I don't do these 5 days?" I'm like, well, I don't know. Why don't you ask me that? Like, why won't you just follow the rules to get back into Apex? Right? I mean, like, I don't understand why people are so worried about this to the point where they don't even want to do it anymore. So, you
Up
know,
to them. So,
yeah. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think this is great because you allow people back in with the fair ask of how they trade, and it's just a little bit of an inconvenience for them, you know.
yeah,
But they're trading with a profit with Apex. It is what it is. You got to follow the rules, otherwise trade your own money,
yeah,
right?
that's pretty much the bottom line of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who they just feel entitled to trade with Apex because Apex is the biggest one. They feel entitled. They feel like they should. Why would they have to do this when not everyone has to do this? I mean, dude, you got flagged for a reason, right? So,
Yep.
yeah. One more thing we could talk about also is the new probation status. So, I think that once people break the rules, like 30% MAE, where if they scale contracts too much before they hit threshold and stuff like that, and they're paying out, like begging on, like preying on a windfall to get a withdrawal, then they have probation, where like you cannot withdraw your profits before probation for the next 2 cycles. You,
Yeah, they broke rules. Don't break
yeah,
rules.
exactly. Like,
And it's really that simple. Just don't break the rules. You break the rules, there's going to be a consequence. So,
yeah. I mean, they can still trade and get paid out. Just follow the rules and follow the new probation rules. You're right. So just,
yeah, and they only got on that because they broke the rules. And the
yeah,
rules are very simple.
yeah. I think people were abusing it before. Like they were full porting to payout and then they knew they get denied. And then they're going to trade $50 for 8 days and get approved.
Yeah, it was their way of working around the system or working the system. So
Yeah,
we're like, no, that's not going to work. So stop it.
exactly. I mean, the rules aren't even that bad if you don't this probation. You just can't take out your two profits for the next 2 cycles. Like
And
they,
you got to trade normal. You can't
yeah,
just do a $50 flip. Like if
yeah,
you're on probation, you got to show us you actually can trade because you
yeah.
obviously broke the rules. So show us you can trade and not break the rules. You know, normally trade and not break the rules.
Right,
So
exactly. People were saying that oh, I'm on probation now. I can't ever get my money out. I like, dude, it says
that's not
clearly,
true.
yeah,
We pay out on probation all the time.
yeah, 2 cycles, follow the rules, you're good.
But again, and trade normally.
Yeah,
So
okay. One thing that I wanted to ask you also is about the SROs, self-regulatory organizations that were
the
so
made up thing by talk. Yeah.
how do you feel about that? Like I saw the email and like Apex declined, which is I think the right thing to do. Um, so like talk about that, and also talk about what you see also for the regulations coming from the CME and all those things.
Well, we're not into sharing our customers' personal information with a bunch of other prop firms. So that's one thing. We're not going to get all on the exact same, um, what do you want to call it, risk management software system that, so we got a doorbell. The risk management software system that everybody else is on. We want to offer variety, and the solution is not putting it all onto one system that somebody owns. So
Right. So as far as
hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
okay,
Okay, sorry.
no worries. Yeah, dude, like I think an SRO, if there is going to be one, it should be by the official CME or not by a bunch of prop firms, like creating like a cartel or something like that, where they're going to control traders and share each other's information on private, confidential people and their trading stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the person setting it up is not exactly. I'm not going to get into some big war with them, but they're always they bash us, they copy us, on down the list. I don't have a lot of trust in them, so I'm
Yeah,
just not going to be a part of that. And I think people don't want us to be a part of that.
yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone wanted you to be part of that, to be honest. So as far as regulations go, have you seen any updates from your staff, from the CME? I know you guys talk to them quite often.
Yeah, we talked to the CME multiple times. So we've had multiple meetings with them and just going through what they're looking for, and they're going through what we're doing, and it's going well. So as far as I know, everything's going really well, and we're finding out exactly what they're looking for, and we're getting details from them, and that's obviously confidential, but um, putting all that together, and that's part of what's behind all this is we're working towards the things that the CME's looking
Right. Okay, cool. I think that covers pretty much all the FUDs going around on social media. Let's talk about something else then. Let's talk
for. Yeah,
about
what you
wealth
got?
charts. Wealth charts.
Oh, dude, they just did a massive feed upgrade that has been fantastic.
Yeah, I trade only on one charts now with Apex. I can't deny that before it was a little slow, but now it's way faster. The data feed's flawless. Before it used to cut out once in a while. Now it doesn't cut out at all anymore. So kudos to Rob, the CEO there, and the team at Wealth Charts. I think they made a lot of huge improvements. And I think their support is great too. Like I've been talking to Rob and I asked him to implement like some features like masking your account number, and they did that in like 3 days. So I think they're very supportive of Apex. Um,
Yeah, they've literally done like thousands of requests to put them in there. So like anything that people have asked for, they've done.
yeah, I think it's a beautiful platform. It's like it's Project X but better. It's
Right.
just so much more offerings in there.
And
But
if there's something you see that you want, just let them know. What is it? Questions at wealthcharts.com. So
yeah. And I've been streaming on my YouTube for Welsh Charts. It's been going well. People are asking questions about it. I think a lot of people are starting to use it more often as well. So I think once they improve just a little bit more, I think they could probably be Apex's biggest platform as more people try it out and they embrace it. But
people are coming back to us now and starting to say they love it. They don't ever want to get off of it. So I think they love it a lot.
yeah,
So I mean, it took a little while for them to get everything up to speed where they needed to that, and I think they're getting it there. So
yeah. So in your opinion, well, how do you see Apex and Welsh Charts partnership going forward as it gets bigger? You have more people signing on as it evolves. How do you feel about just the growth with Welsh Charts?
I think it's been great. So they're offering customer service not only to us and things that we request, but the things that customers request. They're not stuck in any kind of bureaucracy where you have to go through a whole lot of people to get something done. Like you said, you're talking to the CEO yourself.
Yeah.
So they're very nimble and they're very quick to respond to requests and things that people need and
Mhm.
have quality customer service. So I think that's their biggest strength. They're willing to do what they need to do to make the customers happy.
Right. Okay, great. As far as the rest of 2025 goes, we're halfway through the year. Aside from a live desk, is there any new updates you see coming from Apex for the traders?
We got some, I can't release them right now, but yeah, we are working on them actively with our nice group of 15 programmers.
Okay.
And we were working on new products, stuff like that we've never done before, stuff that people said that we'd never do, stuff that we've been wanting to do, new plans. We're looking at like a new plan every month. So there's all sorts of cool options for traders to take care of from all the ideas that y'all have given us of what y'all are looking for.
Right.
So we're looking to actually put that into place.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a very exciting year by the end of the year. A lot of things are going to be automated. The communication will be a lot clearer. The path to live will be very just ABCD. So it's a lot to do. And it's not just a lot to do. It's a lot to do when you have this many people that you have to do it for. So it's not like we get to sit there and manually review every account. We have to make all of this automated.
Right.
And some people may have been more on the game on that. Some people may just they're small enough that they can handle it. So, and we're processing, I mean, just terabytes a day, Yeah. So it's a big process.
Right. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I just wanted to make this a quick video to update people because people are tripping out over the emails, the eval ban. So one last time,
Yes.
guys. Okay, this is not a lifetime. The lifetime is just lifetime of the software, right? It's a misunderstanding, right? So before we go, is there anything else you want to say to Apex's community and traders?
Well, I appreciate y'all made us what we are, and we're looking to, do the best thing we can to service all of our customers. And I appreciate your patience as we grow. And we've grown really fast over the last couple of years, just like at a stellar rate. And we finally got the tech team we need on board so that we can, make things happen better, more efficiently, faster. And so as that, gives a little bit more time, but as that gets developed, then I think everybody's going to be a lot happier.
Right.
So,
Okay, cool. Before you go, I want to give a shout out to Team Apex. I love your support staff. Shout out to John, Marion, Chris, Laura Black, Blaz, Dex, Kim, everyone. You by far have the best support in the industry. Like I send a ticket in, I get a reply like literally at midnight. I think they work 24/7, right? Literally.
they do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, well, thanks for coming on, man. Let's do another one as Apex evolves in the future. If any new stuff hits,
Yeah.
come back and we can talk about
I'll,
that.
I'll hope to do one here in a couple months with you. So
Yeah, and also I'm looking forward to seeing 1 billion. Okay, 1 billion with a B
there we go.
coming soon. So, all right, thanks, man. I'll see you in our Discord, and thanks so much for everything. And take care.
All right. You too. Thanks.